Incoherent.
Yeah, Funk 5. Somehow that fucking thing is stressing me out.
Front and center,
Like
too.
I'm not a real thing anymore.
I've always just stared at the mic, and now
I don't know. So, let's really introduce ourselves this time, for real. Huh? We're gonna do the shirt thing, but people are gonna actually see us.
Yeah, what we're talking about.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Cool,
I don't know how to start when I'm not sitting in my normal seat.
I phoned it in shirt day. No one told me.
No food, bad shirt.
It's a bad day.
Bad time. Yeah.
Someone's wearing a good shirt.
Yeah, good shirt day.
Good shirt day. So we got Charles over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, take a wave. Take a bow.
Yeah,
Don't bow. Don't stand up.
Hey, told me to bow.
Don't bow. That was a mistake.
It's like always something.
That's a good Star Wars shirt.
It is.
It's a good Star Wars shirt. We
On
got,
her birthday yesterday, right?
That's gold.
Yeah, whatever.
it was what? What?
Earth Day yesterday.
Oh, Earth
Oh, I
Day.
thought you said it was your birthday
Yeah,
yesterday.
I
I was
know.
like, oh, yeah.
But whatever. It's whatever.
I don't know why, but I thought
I
you
got
said,
you water too.
I thought you said it was Ivana's birthday yesterday. Like Ivana, like Trump, like you're like, well, it was Ivana's birthday yesterday, and I'm like,
Gotta celebrate the Empire.
what is that? So we got Tom.
Yeah, I got the good cap shirt.
It's a good capture.
Okay.
You gotta show the camera.
Oh, God.
They care.
Take a bow.
It's just us watching.
That's no, yeah, I got the
Not
good
even
cap
that.
We'll care
Not the-
someday.
Not the DVD, like, part of the package one, but yeah, I got this.
That's like the one you always wear. The
Yeah,
DVD
that's
one.
why I had a feeling we were filming today.
Okay, we got Napoleon in his depressing Star Wars shirt.
It's a good shirt.
That's depressing. I like
That's a good shirt.
It's bleeding thought.
Yeah, nobody gets a joke. So
If your naps, if your naps
that
cut
was the joke. Like
This is
maybe
when
3
the-
minutes ago.
your naps cut it. That's the Lando Hero flight.
Ah!
You can tell because of the angles different.
Is it missing the satellite?
I don't get it.
I didn't even know that.
But I'll take it. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah,
He
Lando-
flies angled?
Lando
It's a
ain't
naps cut.
Okay.
It's just a shirt. They can put it wherever they want.
All right.
It's a shirt from Target.
Yeah. we got Rob over there, Disney jacket.
Yeah.
Disney jacket.
Great.
That's the jacket.
Organ hat, Disney jacket.
Organ hat, Disney jacket.
This is the staple, and I am wearing a gaming shirt.
Oh, that's a good shirt.
But
We sure? We game?
because we're gonna be gaming today.
Is that shirt not paper thin?
It's not paper thin.
It's not cold at all right now. There's no need for a jacket.
It's crazy that he's wearing a jacket. It's crazy.
It's hot. I'm heating
It's
up.
hot
Yeah.
in here.
It's
It's hot in here.
It's what?
It's hot.
Insane. What is happening?
I don't know.
Are you melting?
No, I'm not melting. I'm fine, actually. I might be the Iceman.
And I'm in a cap shirt.
Yeah.
It's one of our bottles.
That's a Target. Yeah.
Why do you think my water's so cold?
Yeah, it's got the cold
So a
water.
few things that we will hopefully talk about, probably not, is Napoleon and I saw Fast 8 on Friday. Everybody else here did not.
Okay.
There was a new Star Wars trailer that came out. The new Thor trailer came out. We're going to talk about this Dark Phoenix again. We're making a Dark Phoenix movie,
Yeah, that's right.
which is just like, please kill me.
Yeah.
And then I
Kill
think
me.
Valerian.
trailer. For one, can't read,
It was,
can't
it
spell.
was written for me, so I didn't write it well.
Yeah, can't read, can't spell, can't read the writing. So we probably won't never make it to that, but it's on here. It's certainly on here. So should we just knock Fast 8 out of the way?
Yeah,
Go for
get
it.
your
Stop
review. I
taking
want
it.
to see what you guys think about it.
I'm gonna let you go first because I think I'm predictable. Or do you want to go with me first?
No, I'm gonna go first because you being predictable is scaring the shit out of me.
Oh, you guys didn't discuss it.
No,
we
we saved it.
tried to save it.
Ah.
There was a couple like looks. And,
It
like,
was fun to watch it with him.
nods and shakes.
You know, so like we could like talk during it, because
Because there was like
we didn't.
We'll
Discuss.
First off, we because we were kind of late getting there. Right? We didn't miss the movie because we walked in. Previews were going, and I didn't want to get into some type of seat argument with him. So I kind of went with the nap seat.
Oh, front and center.
Went front and center, and it was a big fucking theater too. It was one of the bigger. There was a Spectrum, so it was one of we put this in the Spectrum. Yeah. So I convinced myself we'll take these front ones. It's not the front. It's the front. There's the fronts.
The handicap.
And then there's the handicap ones. And I was like, we got leg room.
Here's the thing. I pointed at Rossi's seats. I said, let's. Okay, I pointed middle ground. I didn't really want to go up that high. And I said, there's a middle ground. And he was like, we can do the front, all that leg room. And I was like, whatever. He's selling himself, but I'm in.
So here's the thing. So I just and I was like, whatever. I'll just do that. I don't care. The only good thing about it was nobody's up there, so we could just kind of talk shit the whole time.
Oh, that was sort of the point.
It was that part was kind of fun because if we would have been more in the middle where I normally see it, we wouldn't have been talking. But we were just bop, 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 bop. The whole movie, right. Throwing popcorn up. But so Fast 8.
Ooh, I don't like that.
This is the hardest part, right? So because I have seen Fast 5, but I don't remember it all. I have a Charles memory for Fast 5.
There we go.
It almost doesn't exist except for I know The Rock was in it. So we had just watched 1 through 4, right? Which 2. We didn't watch 3.
Watch 1, 2, and 4.
1, 2, and 4. 2 almost doesn't count because 2's so weirdly different. 4.
Skip Tokyo Drift? Is that the third one?
We skipped Tokyo Drift.
Even I've seen that.
Right, but it doesn't
Apparently
play into
chronologically,
too much.
Yeah, it doesn't it doesn't have anything to do with anything. So
Plus, you don't need to watch it till after 6.
basically going from 4 to 8. I don't know what the fuck's going on, and I don't mean story wise because the story is as basic as you can possibly get it. If we just wrote few words Dom, robot, betrayal, cars, action, high octane. That's the movie. Right?
It's very much that's funny. That's perfect. That's the kids' way of teaching you how to write, where you're okay, movie idea, and then you do the branch offs, and then there's okay, branch off from that, and then a branch off from what was that diagram called?
I don't know.
We'll worry about that later. But that shit, that's exactly how the movies fucking goes. It's funny.
High octane. I guess from a movie standpoint, in a way, if you don't care, it's fun. The movie's very fun.
Right.
Fun things are happening. It is the most ridiculous of the ridiculous, though. Just not one. Just them walking in the street doesn't make sense. You don't even walk like that. It's just everything in that movie is just none of this is believable. And also their characters are so different from the first, especially let's just say 1 and 4.
Right.
Not even count 2, except for Tyrese. Which Tyrese, I guess, is the most consistent character. He's the only one I was oh, okay. That's the same guy from the second one.
He doesn't believe the scenarios they're in.
Dom's
It's fucking great.
Dom's completely... He's the only one who's what are we doing? Well, dude, I kept looking at Napoleon during the movie going dude, he's a liability. Because he's always whoa, whoa. He picks the dumb car, because that whole ice scene at the end, he they all have kind of ice, more ice cars.
Right.
The Rock has this big kind of ice car with wheels and
he's got the chains on it.
Car with wheels?
He's got a truck tank.
It's retarded. But he has a truck tank.
Everyone's got
Ludacris has a tank, but it's a fast tank. Fast tank. And then I don't know. The new Brian has a regular car actually. Yeah, we'll get it.
Brian kind of disappears in the ice.
He disappears in every scene except for when he's there.
Being picked on as new Brian.
It's weird. Every once in a while you see a new car go, that's the new Brian. And it's what the Buster would have drove.
Very busterish.
Whatever. So Rome is his name, right? Tyrese's name is Rome.
Tyrese.
Of course, he has the car that can't do the ice, so he's just spinning around in circles. They have to go back for him. It's just what am I doing? It's the whole movie. He's a liability. he shouldn't be on the team. So he's consistent, but like Dom's, if you like watch one, especially one, like you're like that's not the same guy. Plus, the way they reference things, because their timeline and their continuity is so bad. The way they reference things, you're just like, what? That's not you. Like, oh, I gotta bring back the old Dom. Like, the old Dom? The old Dom wasn't a fucking robot killer. Where was old Dom? Old Dom wasn't like some like street thug that we didn't know. Like, I knew old Dom. I know old Dom. He was like a good-hearted guy that was stealing. All right. But, and then same thing, like Michelle Rodriguez's character is totally different. I mean, she's like kind of like Tough Letty, but somehow she's like more like, I'm sweet Tough Letty. And you're like, really? I just remember you being like a kind of, Tough Letty. I guess she's older. So
She always had a heart of gold.
Did she?
I don't remember much of what she did in the first one, except she was like on the crew.
She was just kind of there.
I was trying to think about it. I was like, there's never been a sign that she had a heart. Just showed up.
I guess what I'm saying, I guess there's no other characters are still in it. Because Brian's not in it, and then Mia's not in it.
Went with Brian.
Mia apparently went with Brian.
Oh, wow.
I mean, Rome's been in it since. Two.
Oh, I mean, I guess The Rock's the same. I guess The Rock's sort of the same, except for
He's gained superpowers.
In 5, he was like a normal, like, good, like, ex-military guy with, like, he was like a really good military guy. Now he's like a superhero. Like, every time they see The Rock, he's taking on 5 guys, and it's one shot, one punch, and they all go flying. He's punching through fucking walls and shit. He's super strong. He's like every scene, he's like breaking something off. He walks over,
picking up grown men
and
talking. Like he's just like, oh, what the heck did you bring this guy? And like not even a forced talk. He's just like, why is he going through this? Like, it's just a joke to him.
And again, like I guess this is just the way they've gone, because it's like it was, if you're not caring, it's it's kind of fun, and it was very jokey too. It was like jokey.
Ooh,
It was just like one-liners. Rock was just like one-lining everywhere. There's a whole scene where he's like, you think he's like telling his crew like, we gotta fight for this, we gotta do this, it's for honor, and then it pulls back and he's like a soccer coach. And he's telling like the little girl soccer team like, get out there, and then they do like one of those Hawaiian chants, like, ooh, la, ooh, la, ooh, la, ooh, and then like,
what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck?
and then they scare the other team.
It's a different branch off. There was a thought.
Oh, do I seem like I'm jumping around like crazy?
This is how the movie went.
I'm going in order of the movie.
Oh my God.
Word for word.
Charlize Theron shows up out of nowhere, and like it makes it.
Was she in any other movies?
But she makes it seem like she was. It's one of those stupid ones, by the way, where it's like where she's like, oh, the other movies, I was really in control the whole time. And you're like, oh, really? And there's like so right away, by the way, because like the very beginning is like the only race part of the whole movie. By the way, the very beginning has like I guess it's a throwback to racing now, because he like races in a most ridiculous way. Because he's in Havana, Cuba, and they're racing Havana, like Cuba cars. Cuba has like the old style cars. They use like new stuff to keep them running.
They just keep old like 50s and 40s cars.
You guys ever seen that?
They keep like them running by any means necessary. Like they make point of like one of them's running on a boat motor.
I see.
And the head gangster's got like the fastest car on the island, and unfortunately Dom's cousin's got the slowest car on the island. Guess who's racing?
Dom's cousin's exceptionally annoying.
Is it for like a little bit?
Exceptionally.
They don't even bring him back for like when they need him. They bring back the bad guy.
You know why? Because nobody needed him.
Nobody needs that guy.
Nobody needs that guy at all. So he like races that guy, and he beats him in the most ridiculous way. The racing's no longer racing.
It's amazing.
Like
it doesn't make any sense. I loved it.
He like comes up with like, because he has like the slowest car, and he's got to make it fast real quick. So he's ripping pieces off the car. Doors are ripping off. Everything's ripping off. He has an open engine. He like does some bottle cap move, which makes it into a turbo.
It's the Buster's move.
Oh, it's the Buster's
move. It's
move.
so clear. It's so funny that they drop. He's for some reason he has to tell. He's teaching Letty at the same time. He's like, this is the Buster's move. You pull the vacuum tube, and for some reason he had to do it with a bottle cap.
he's also become the Buster. Like, when I was watching this part, I was like, dude, he's the Brian. Remember before it was like Brian was like at the seat of his pants with like the double nos, and it's like, oh yeah, so you gotta do it right. What do you do? Double clutching, granny shifting. He's granny shifting and double clutching and putting like, because he ends up getting like Cuban nos. I'm sure that's real. He gets the Cuban nos in. It's like, I don't know if I make it, type of thing. So then he's pulling the turbo, hitting the Cuban nos. Car catches on fire. Engulfed in flames. He's in the car, and I'm talking engulfed. Engulfed in flames, and he's like, I'm still racing. I'm gonna win.
How does he solve the fire problem?
He solves the fire problem by driving the car. I'm not sure why this would solve the problem, but drives the car, he flips it in reverse. And then
the flames are going away from him now.
So now it blasts him in reverse towards the finish line.
Oh my god.
So that he can win by a bumper.
Wow.
And then he jumps out of the car at the last minute, going, I don't know, probably like 75 miles an hour. Because it's not like, maybe more, I guess.
Yeah, based on
what it looked like, I guess.
It looks like
100 miles an hour, he jumps out, survives. The car launches up, and it's like 25 flips, lands in the water, explodes. He gets it. And like one guy, by the way, he was
almost killed like 900 kids who were watching the race. He checks to make sure they're okay.
sort of.
Jesus.
Also, the Cuban guy in the beginning was like a super like dicky dude, and he was like basically taking his like cousin's car, and like he felt like the type of guy that like would have like if the car wasn't available, he would have killed his cousin. But then like they race. And then Dom wins, and he's supposed to take the guy's car, and he doesn't give him the car, and somehow they become friends all of a sudden. He's all like, yeah, I respect you, Dom. And he's like, that's all I needed was your respect. Like, this guy's a scumbag. He's a Cuban scumbag. You need that guy's respect? Fuck him. Take his car, fuck him.
They just became best friends.
Yeah, that's the beginning.
There's a new one.
That's the very beginning. And then Charlie Singer just basically comes walking out, like, hey! Like, blot switch! And then she shows him some video that you don't know what it is, and he's like, he gets some weird look on his face, and he's like, because you know from the trailer, he's like, okay, well, this is where he's gonna turn. And then the next scene he's Robo-Dom. Like, literally, though, to the point where it's like, I don't understand why this is the direction he took, because it's like, he's like a robot, completely. He even, like, kind of moves, like, robotically at times. And then just kind of goes on from there. And
Wait, so
action.
Dom is Vin Diesel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Hey, that probably helped with people
All
out there.
coming together.
Because, I'm trying to like put this movie together in my head, going like, what is going on up here? And then Statham's in it,
Statham's in it.
and him and The Rock hate each other in the beginning. I didn't see the other ones, but I guess Statham was bad. He was a bad guy. Which
Spoiler,
Transport.
Statham is not redeemable. Yet they try and redeem him. He kills Han.
from my perspective of this movie, Statham's cool.
Yeah.
He's like on the team. He's like down with the team. He's saving little kids. He's like the Easter Bunny, man. He's like fat. He's just like the North, like, oh, he's the greatest. Like, he's just misunderstood. He's great. He's fighting for the cause. I come to find out from Napoleon, not only did he kill Han, he blew up a whole hospital with people in it in the last movie.
Not
so
people.
What?
He's the Joker from.
He killed so many people in that hospital just to visit his brother, and left like 2 nurses alive and said, if my brother doesn't like make it, you and your family don't make it.
Oh shit.
And then walks out of the hospital and
apparently-
tosses a grenade behind him when he's done.
Apparently, it was like terrible.
Wow.
And in this movie, like at some point, him and The Rock are like high fiving.
He blew up the LA house trying to kill Dom, Brian, and Mia.
House?
He blew up the LA house trying to kill Dom, Brian, Mia, and Jack, the baby.
Oh shit.
He sucks. But from my perspective, because I never saw any of that, Statham was like probably the biggest hero of the team. Actually, probably is the biggest hero. I mean, I
Except for The Rock's superpowers, you know, except for what was it, like a quarter of a second they show The Rock can't run.
oh yeah, it's bad. By the way, The Rock cannot run. It's really awkward. They have like one scene where they clearly like must have cut more of it out,
Yeah.
and The Rock like does this like weird like so you can't get too big. he can't run, but he looks like he runs in in the Baywatch trailer a little bit, so I don't know. But
It jogs in slow motion.
yeah, he can't run. Statham can run though,
Statham can run.
and Dom can't run either. They don't show Vin Diesel running very much.
No, he looks weird.
He looks weird, but a lot of Statham running. Yeah,
Tell me why.
Parkouring.
but it's like I said, like it's completely different. I mean, like characters show up. I guess they were in the other ones, but you're still kind of like, this is ridiculous. Like they're all like in on this like secret CIA thing now too. Like they're all part of it, and they have like this guy named Nobody, who's Kurt Russell, by the way. And Kurt Russell's cool, but he's like the head of this organization, which they're all down for. They've been doing missions for this guy, and then there's a new he has a new trainee. Who's Eastman?
Eastman?
Clint Eastwood's son. What's his name?
Eastwood.
Oh,
Scott
okay.
Eastwood. Scott Eastwood. Scott Eastwood's in.
It's like, what a team.
Right when he popped up, I'm like, really though? Like Eastwood.
I thought he was dead. I thought he was good. But then you were like, "That's new Brian."
He was
And-
Dickie.
and
He
it
was
totally
Dickie.
turned
Well, he was
out- yeah.
Dickie at first, and then like he's Dickie at first, and they do one mission, and then he kind of fucks up with the mission, and then they need to like go rogue, even though the whole thing has seemed rogue the whole time. It's like, oh, you're gonna have to do this unsanctioned. I'm like, was it ever sanctioned? When was it sanctioned? And then he's like, because he's like by the book, and then like towards the end he's like, not by
He
the book.
goes native in the same movie.
It goes
It's fucking great.
It goes very native and very unnecessary. There's this part where like because they have some big. I don't know how you get here normally, but like there's some big government warehouse that has like thousands of cars in it. Every type of car you would need.
Boats, tanks.
I remember I look at Naps and I go, why would they ever need this? like there's no organization that's like,
In New
oh,
York.
we're gonna get things done by like having cars. Like it's so ridiculous.
High octane.
High octane cars.
What you don't know is like Dom's team is only like one of 12 Stargate teams that travel.
This feels very incoherent. So all I know is that when he turns to like their side, like he's like, we can't do it, it's unsanctioned. And they're like, no, who cares? He's like, right. And then he breaks this like this box, this glass is holding all the keys for the cars. And for one, you've never seen this key,
the key box.
the key box before, because they've already been to the warehouse taking cars out. The sanctioned cars, I guess. So he breaks the box for the unsanctioned cars, and he's like, "Yeah, we're in." So they're all like, "Yeah, we're in Cowabunga." Splinter comes out. I made it funny, and then it's super weird. And all of a sudden, it's basically, "Yeah, good job, new Brian," because he basically they all take their kind of like. Because they all kind of have their type of cars now that they drive. Rome's always taking the really flashy ones.
Yeah, he does a
The Rock
Bentley, and then
Rock
he
always
does
takes like a
Lambo.
truck. It's always a truck.
Yeah.
Ludacris seems to be like the most inconsistent, but like it's always like the more like
He
future
takes the techie
techie car. I guess I don't really know what Michelle Rodriguez takes.
She takes a smaller muscle car. She does like a diet Dom.
a Diet Dom. The Dom, of course, is like now he's only known for the Charger. That keeps getting differently souped up every
GTO.
scene by whatever.
Just in case we have one listener that's like, oh, those guys.
He also like looks like every
Don't
time
know what they're talking
every time you see Dom, because honestly the movie feels like a video game. Is like how it is.
Definitely.
Because every time
Especially
Dom
with
comes
Jumpy.
back in a scene, his car is like differently equipped for like the scene. So like when he's in the city, he's got the city tires and like the city stuff on, and then at one point he's in the snow, it's like got like snow type stuff on it. Like where were he? Like he's in like a
battle.
yes, he's like in a scene where like you're picking different mods for your car, and like boop, that's the one we're taking out. So Scott Eastman, the new Brian. So everybody has their themed cars. He takes the import, like the Brian car.
Right.
It's the full like Japanese import type car, and it's kind of the Buster color seat in blue or white,
Yeah, I think it was a Subaru.
which is his car.
No, I'm just saying. In case
Oh.
anyone
Oh.
cared about the detail.
no, I was agreeing. I thought it was agreeing. Okay. It's a fine line between angry and regular Rossi. And the tank part wasn't even the most ridiculous part. Or the submarine.
The sub was not the most ridiculous.
Submarine.
What was the most ridiculous? It wasn't
The movie.
Wait, so then what happened? Like I'm hooked.
Oh, you're hooked.
You got it.
So Dom had been.
buy a ticket.
So Dom had been bad, right, the whole time. He was like Robo Dom.
right.
Then you find out the reasoning was apparently because the timeline's all fucked up because of the Han thing. So it doesn't make sense, even though this is Fast 8. apparently it's only been like a year since 5 or something because
6.
in 4, Letty dies and she's dead all of 5. And apparently she shows back up in 6 or whatever. But I guess like the 4, 5, and 6, the timeline is really fucking weird or something. You can get on in a second. It's like, you know.
Give me more time.
Because it's only been so she's only been back with Dom for like a year and a half, basically. Because apparently he was banging some other girl from like 5 and 6 or something, and she ends up getting pregnant and didn't tell Dom. So what the guy's holding is like his kid and her. So like he's holding them. Like that's why he had to go Robo Dom. Like it's the only thing that would have made him turn against the family. Also
More family.
Yeah, more family.
More family.
So the kid thing. So and Charlize Theron is like stupidly bad, like so far past being normal bad. She's just like I mean, you're like, what is going on? Like just in the atmosphere bad. Like she's so bad. There's no reasoning. There's no reason for what she's doing. Like she says, I need to get nukes so that I can like pin this country, this country, but then I'll be like alpha. And you're like, what? And then she's a really good hacker, and her name's Cypher, real original. Like Cypher, and then somehow they all know about Cypher. There's also a new person on the team that I've never seen. Some girl on the team who's like the tech. She's the tech person of the other team.
Home base.
Yeah, well, she goes though. She's always like on the computer in the car. Oh,
She gets ludicrous in the carpool lane.
oh, there's such a ridiculous part where like they have to hack into some fucking
She's from 7.
great. They have to hack into some.
I would like.
Well, every time I give the detail, I get a great, which he means great.
Yeah.
But he says it's so shitty.
There's like there's a ridiculous part where like her and Ludacris have to hack into something, and it's so retarded. Like and I like Kurt Russell, but he even like Kurt Russell's there for like all the setup lines. He's like, oh, you're gonna like this part. Like right when they start hacking, you're just like, oh my gosh.
They start bouncing ideas off each
Like,
other.
you're gonna like this part. They're like, oh, well, if you use the quantum physics later, and they're just like, blah, 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 blah.
You need a flea jump.
Yeah, you're just like a flea jump, you know. And then you get the flux capacitor. It's like, I bump my head. And all of a sudden they're like hacking into something, and then Cypher's in. She's the better hacker. Like, oh, Cypher's in. Oh, she's booting me out.
Like, you need to take the football. Run with it.
You know, so there's a couple scenes where you fast typing. You know, Cypher's in. But Cypher doesn't even seem like she'd actually be a good hacker. She seems like a loser. And then she has a henchman, a very, very henchman, who's all bad and all henchmen. So that's Dom's motivation. So that's why, but which is stupid too, because every time he shows up, they're like, Dom, why are you doing this? And then just walks off. It's like he could have been like, hey, he's got my kid. I don't know what to do. You know, because they
need help.
Because Letty's even weird the whole time. She's always like, I don't think her reaction ever made enough sense to me. She's always like, what are you doing, Dom? No answer.
Well, she told you that wasn't Dom. It was Dom, but that wasn't Dom. She knows Dom.
They also were very prepared for one of that team member to go rogue. Because when Dom goes rogue, Rock's like, Dominic Toretto just went rogue, and everybody's like, he went rogue? Like,
that's our thing, though.
even when it happens,
Go rogue.
he hits him.
him.
Because in the very beginning, they're like stealing some heist thing, and Dom hits him, and the rock flips over, and like would have been dead in any other situation. So it's like
Standard fast
unforgivable, technically, right? And he's like, "What are you doing, Toretto?" And he's like, "Come on!" And he's like, "Don't take that, Toretto." He's like, "If you take that, then it's over." And it's just the way that the scene was going down. Like, were you prepared?
He
for
takes
this?
it.
I feel like it's like a speech that has to happen every mission. Like, don't take that rogue. Oh, you're right. I'm part of the team. I just can't go right. You know, somebody has to go rogue.
I feel like that conversation does happen.
Like before the mission starts, okay, we're all gonna grab this. Somebody don't go rogue. Come on. Let's all stay as a family. Let's not go rogue. We got a good thing going. You know, so
Halfway through the mission, put that down.
like nobody really cared that much that he went rogue. It was like very like, well, this is basically like, well, this is what the movie is.
We need to bring him back.
Like the plot is Dominic went rogue and now we all gotta catch him. Like there's no like real reaction to it. There's a couple like, are you sure? It's like, are you sure? Are you sure? He's fucking rogue. He fucking almost killed the Rock, took the thing. He's rogue.
Even Nobody and Little Nobody, they're all about like, we need to get that stuff back from Dom, and if we can, get Dom back.
Yeah, it was like
it's never an option to just snipe him when they see him.
For all his purposes, he's rogue with no reason. Nobody cares. Nobody cares the reason. And then for some reason, the only team that is, of course, they can get the nuclear codes. It's called. Let's just say nuclear codes. There's more going on, but we'll just say nuclear codes. The nuclear codes back is Dom's team, but because Dom's out, they need a new team member. That's where Statham comes in.
Oh.
Because The Rock gets arrested. It's stupid. I don't even really remember why.
When
but,
Dom turned on The Rock because he was on a Mission Impossible mission where you get disavowed.
yeah.
Right.
But for some reason he got disavowed and then sent to an American prison. That was weird. The mission was in Germany. He got.
Well, Statham's in that prison. They have a little talk shit scene, and then they both get let out at the same time. And then you think they're gonna fight, and it's one of those classic things where they're up. They fight through everybody.
Highlight reel.
They fight through everybody in the prison. The Rock's just like clotheslining everybody, just like throwing everybody out of the Royal Rumble ring. And then
Rubber bullets just bouncing off.
Statham's going full transporter. It's just flip, kick, like flips, breaking arms, flips. And then of course they get to the end.
Rock kills 2 inmates.
Does he?
Yeah. Someone comes at him with
guards.
a shank, and he's like, the guy's like, I've been waiting for this. He keep waiting. And I was like, brutal.
He's beating the fuck out of guards too.
Yeah. Well,
So they get to the end.
Do they get let out or do they break out?
They get let out. Nobody lets him out. Kurt Russell's letting him out because he wants them he can't get them out the normal way. He needs to let them out.
they
Think of every ridiculous plot point of any movie. It's in this. And all the cliche, like, this is how it goes. And it's always like, woo! You know, a lot of like, woo! High octane, woo! Like, so right, like, and it's like that classic, like, right when Statham and The Rock are gonna fight, because they were talking shit, like, the double doors open, you know, and nobody walks out with Eastman. They're like, don't fight, guys. You got to be on the same team now. And then, like, which they basically say right there. And then The Rock meets the whole team, and they're all talking, like, oh, that's what we got to do. We got to get Dom's rogue. We got to get the shit. And then, like, they reveal Statham again as if nobody knew this was going to happen. Like, oh, here's your new team either. And The Rock's even like, oh, you're not working with him. Like, Rock, you knew. You already knew. Like, 5 minutes ago, you knew. So he joins the team, but like, again, I didn't see 7, but apparently he's so bad in 7, but there's like a little, like, scowls at him, but like, overall, they're kind of like, yeah, okay. Come on in, buddy.
And they're like, this is bullshit, but whatever. Fuck you, nobody.
And somehow, like, he's a good hacker as well, and he's a good driver, and then somehow, like, The Rock and him bond over, like, building an engine together, and joking
and
about
service records.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Rock walks up and goes like, oh, you have a service record where you saved all these people. Retcon.
He's got like a British Medal of Honor.
Yeah, where he's just like, oh, we're going to retcon this. And we're just like, oh, okay, so we're retconning.
No longer mad.
And then they kind of like joke and like, oh, I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to pound your teeth through your asshole. And they're both like, ha, that's a funny thing to say. And they're like, help me with this engine. Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
On 3? He's like, on 3. And they pick the engine up and put it in. And then they go like straight to some like ridiculous New York mission where they're going after Dom, and Dom somehow gets the best of them all. And there's like a foot chase. That's where you see running Statham, which is cool. And then like
Running Rock, which is not
cool. It's more like Rock running out of the scene. It's like he's stealing something. Who cares what he's stealing, right? And then he like Dom like shoots Statham. You're like, oh, he's dead, but the way he falls, like that wasn't real. He like does this weird like he goes down and like yeah it wasn't real, but they tell everybody, they should tell The Rock after the mission like, oh, Statham's dead, and The Rock gets pissed, so he's like starting to like Statham. He like punches the wall, like breaks like the wall, like BOOM! And I was like, dude, that guy he's a mass murderer.
He's a shit.
There's some weird scene that I had no clue up. He probably picked on it. I didn't get it because I didn't know she was in there. He like Dom like does something where he's like he parks his car and puts his hood up so like they can't see him on camera, and he like runs away and he talks to some fucking lady, and he's like, oh, you know, I have a plan to get, kind of like a plan to get me out of this. You know, she's like, okay, he's working out, which is like obvious as fuck, you know, and then it ends up actually being Statham's mom. Hey,
It's Helen Mirren.
did you know that? Is that stuff you already knew?
Not because of the movies, just because She's a British lady that showed up all of a sudden, and she's old.
I thought maybe Helen Mirren had been in the other
But
movies.
she hadn't been in anything.
Oh, okay. I mean, this is the part where I'm not sure if I'm disconnected. I'm like, oh, is this like a known thing?
And then he the way he does his dialogue in that thing is like, I'm trying to get my son, and I think you know what that feels like.
I wasn't picking up on any of it. Yeah, but also like it's the movie. I was like, is there stuff to pick up on?
Right.
So then like the big climactic scene. There for some reason they're in the snow. I forget exactly why. The base is in the snow.
They go to the
the sub.
They go to a Russian base
the
to get the sub that has nuclear weapons on it, and it's a Russian base it's a black site that was taken by terrorists, so it's currently in a gray area. So it's not like Russia's gonna be super mad.
They're waging
It's
war.
conveniently in the middle of like this. These they stole it from Russia, and Russia hasn't stole it back yet. So it's conveniently like it's not going to cause World War III. So go get it. Even though this sub has nuclear warheads on it. So that's what Dom's going to like get for Charlize Theron. All right, he's going in to get it, but then there's also like this backstory plan where like these two guys like so Charlize Theron, she's always on a plane flying. And she has like these satellites on there that are spinning that are like stopping the other satellites from being able to track her. That's why she's always on the move. And then like all of a sudden you see these two guys like flying in, like, is that Falcon?
I swear to God, they're Falcon suits.
There's two Falcon suits. And they roll in and then they take it off and Statham. He's alive and he's back. And he's going for Charlize. Right?
And the other guys, his comatose brother.
Yeah.
From 5, 6, 7.
He takes off his mask, and like for me, it was no reveal. I'm like, hey, there's a guy. And Napoleon's like, hey, and I was like, hey. And then they like run through, which is actually kind of a cool part. Like Statham actually is kind of a fun action guy.
He's a good action guy.
He's more than like The Rock and stuff. Because it's not just punching. He's like flipping and karate, and like once you're in, like because by this time you got so much of this, you're kind of into it. He's like shooting everybody. It's cool. And then he breaks in, and then what he does is he breaks in the thing and he grabs the kid. He's rescuing the kid, the baby, and and then there's like this ridiculous thing where he's holding a baby in a baby carriage and fighting and shooting, and he puts head. This is where like it's ridiculous how nice he is because he gets like music and puts headphones over the baby's.
He's playing Alvin and the Chipmunks,
and he keeps checking on him. He like shoot like 25 guys and like, are you okay, lad? And then you like go back over there like, well, what's that smell? It smells poopy. Was it you or him? It was him. But then like what happens like
one guy is like, oh, you were gonna shoot a baby, and so he's like beating the guy.
Yeah, he beats the fuck out of the guy because the guy almost shot the baby. He's like, you would shoot a baby. He's like, and it's like the scene where the baby's like listening to music, and then he's like, in the background you see him like slamming this guy's head against like a wall, right? And then he basically like, sends a text message to Dom like, hey, got the kid, so then Dom can like turn good again. So that was the whole thing. So then Dom / Vin Diesel.
That's the big reveal. It's Tom.
So at this point, the submarine's on the move, and they have to like stop it before because there's like this big water ice thing that I think has like a. They have to beat it to the end.
They're in a frozen lake, and they have to get to the opening that leads it to open ocean.
Yeah.
And then because once it's in open ocean, you can't find
They
it.
gotta beat.
Right.
They gotta beat that. There's like explosions and cars. Explosions. That's where the Tyrese
Jesus.
part happens, where he's spinning and all that, and he jumps in the Rock's car. And just explosion.
How's he getting the Rock's car?
Huh? Oh, that's actually one of the better parts of the whole movie. You do it.
I like when you do it. So like he's spinning out of control, and how he like.
They break the ice. They break the ice and he's going in.
So he's going in trying to drive, and Luda shoots one of the whiplashes that they had earlier on. And hits the door.
I didn't explain that, but there's a whiplash part.
he whips it, and so he's dragging him to keep him. Like, hey, stay, grab the door. So he somehow grabs the door as it rips off.
Yeah.
And so he's now
on the door.
He's sliding on the door. Ice.
Explosion.
They're shooting missiles at him. It's fucking great.
But he was kind of funny. Like,
what the fuck did I get into?
What is there? You know?
It's like having a very real reaction to it.
And then he finally does something because like the door gets like unclipped and he kind of slides around. He stops and these dudes on snowmobiles like roll up. And then he like finally was like, I'm fucking over this. All of a sudden he's serious. And he just like grabs a gun and just like shoots everybody. I finally like,
you know, and too, he's got guns.
like, thank you, Rome, for finally shooting somebody. And then he rolls up and he gets in the Rock's car and it's like right back to like bitching. What are we doing?
The Rock's taking missiles to the back of his truck. He's like, you need to let me out right now.
Yeah. So then, like, the submarine, like, plows out of the water, and it's all big, and like, it's catching up, and it's exploding, and then...
It's exploding.
It's like exploding for some reason. It's always
With
exploding.
nuclear weapons.
So Dom is with the shitty henchman, like the henchman of henchmen's. And this is before he has the information the kid saved. He's like waiting. He's like, okay, he's gonna snipe somebody. I got
For your mental picture, the henchman is the guy from Game of Thrones. Red beard. The wild.
Henchman.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah, that makes him a lot cooler.
Yeah, I wanted you in that mental
He's
picture.
Jon Snow's like wildling friend now. He's,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the big like
Henchman.
Oh, yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah, henchman,
I was
big
picturing
henchman.
like Jaws.
Yeah, so I was like,
henchman, McHenchman.
Henchman, big henchman.
put a little flavor on.
So like he's about to snipe Letty, and Dom's gonna let it happen because the baby's not saved yet, and he's just like in the car like, well, you know, have all that baby. And then he gets that message like, baby found, a picture of the baby. And then he walks out and he brutally kills the dude. Like they get in a little bit of a scuffle, but it's not very long, and he just like grabs the dude's neck and just like the guy's neck just it's like it is like all stiffly dead.
Oh.
So then Dom's like, he's in, baby, which was actually kind of cool. I remember even I didn't care about the movie when he like got back in, he got the car, and he's like good again. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, he comes down to like it's a good feeling in your.
But he comes out the most ridiculous way with like ridiculous music. It's like, you know, like I mean, it's not Kid Rock, but it's just like ball with the ball, bang the way, up jump the book, ball. It's like my name is Kid. It's just like because there's like an explosion behind him, which makes no sense. Like Kid Rock, the ball, bang the bang, it's like, you know what I mean, like that full, it's like action rock scene, like up jump the bird. Like, the car just flying everywhere, and all of a sudden, like Dom's back. So some big explosion happens on the submarine. I don't exactly.
No, not the submarine yet. It's the missile truck that's following
there's a
them.
missile truck.
There's always a missile truck.
There's always a missile truck that they're like that they can't handle anymore.
You can't take any more missiles.
Somehow Dom comes in and like ricochets another car into all of them and kills like 8 missile trucks in one shot.
If the missile truck's about to missile them all, it's got them all locked in. He bumps it, and for some reason the lock is lost, and all the missiles fire and hit the bad guy cars. They just boom, 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 boom.
It's awesome. It's awesome. And of course, it's the classic like, who did that? And then like Dom comes out of the smoke and the fire like, that's Dom. Ball of the ball, like drops in, and it's just immediately like, hey Dom.
And Letty's like, that's Dom.
And Letty gives you like that fuck you, like I want to fuck you smile, like hey, and it's just like what is going on? Like everyone, the Rock's just like, everyone's just like way too like, yep, he's back. Even though he just got us in this situation, he's back. Nobody even for a second questions or cares
What
anything that happened in the earlier part of the movie. He's just in, and then the submarine. I remember now. She pops up. She's like, "What? Dom's back. He betrayed." And then she finds out that the kid was already rescued by Statham, so she knows like, I'm gonna kill your son. Congratulations, Dom. Your son's gonna be dead now. And he's like, no. Statham's got him. And she's like, no. And she's like, okay, well, send a heat seeker at him. Heat seeker missile. And the heat seeker, like they shoot the missile, and somehow the Rock's like, that's a heat seeker, because he would know. And they all drive off, and then somehow the Rock is Dom's not on the team, so he doesn't have a headpiece. He doesn't know what they're all saying, but somehow he can tell Letty from like speeding cars and explosions, like, hey, take everybody else that way, I'm going this way. Somehow she can hear that, no problem. But they all do
Windows
it.
up.
They all do it, and then the heat seeker's after him, and he does some like, he drives up a hill and does like a 360 and comes back down, and then jumps over the sub at the exact time, so the heat seeker hits the sub.
Very reminiscent of Fast 1 and the train.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he gets
He didn't make it through that train. So how can he make it through that?
And then Charlie's like, no! Not the sub! Not my plan! Especially also in the whole movie, I kept going like, did she really need Dom for any of this plan?
None.
Like, why was Dom why? Because that's the part where I'm talking about, like, his character is so different. It's like, why is Dom the only, like he's like the special forces guy of the special forces? Like, He was just a race guy.
Yeah.
Like, they act like he has some like extensive military background. He's just the only one. He's the only one capable of doing these type of things. Whatever. So he blows the sub up, which has nukes on it, but they give you that classic like nuke line where it's like, nukes can't explode if you don't have the codes.
If they're not armed,
They're not armed, not
then
the
they're
codes.
not
Nukes
deadly.
won't explode. Which like maybe is real, but for me it's like, would that be worth the risk?
No.
One knows we're all going. So he blows it up, and it's so engulfed in fire that he can't get out. He's going. He's driving.
His car got clipped. by the
Okay.
sub.
Oh, yeah.
That's
he
why.
got
That's why he got thrown out.
Which is funny they have to even put that in there because the idea in that movie wouldn't have been enough that he just the whole thing's blowing up and that he wouldn't have gotten away. He has to actually have a reason why. Like, he got clipped, so he lands sideways and it's just over and you're like, oh, I think Dom's not gonna make it. Like, and then all the cars, every car, the whole team, they all come in and surround him with their cars as if they're somehow blocking the fire. So they they went from like he was bad rogue to he's back baby to where like, they're such a team that they're grouping together.
Even fake Brian.
Even new Brian, even Eastman. That's what I mean. Where Eastman is so down now, he's so the new Brian that he's in on the he would have died for Dom. He didn't even know Dom. His first interaction with Dom is Rogue Dom. He's not even. But I do think when Dom comes back, he's like, that guy saved us. Or whatever. So they all somehow circle him, and that blocks the fire, which would be like, no, you all engulfed. But whatever, that works.
Fate of the Furious.
That works, and then the smoke clears, and then Statham's still on the plane with the kid, and like, he hates the chick because the chick. Remember, I said she's been the whole time. Every movie, she's the one that's in charge. Mm-hmm. And I guess in Fast 6, Statham's brother is the big bad, but he was working for her, and he doesn't like her because like you corrupted him.
Yep.
All right, and I guess in the whole movie in 7, he's like after the crew because he felt bad for his brother. So let's just go there. You can just go there.
No, that's exactly right. He does the classic brother line. He's a fuckhead, but he's my brother.
So then he
I
gets
thought it
there,
was
he gets the gun, he's at Charlize, he's like, I'm doing this for my brother. Now, granted, I want you to know, Statham flew in like on a fucking jet plane thing, right? He flew in. And then Charlize is like, oh, sucks for you, I got the only parachute, and like hits something and like jumps out of the plane with a parachute. And then he doesn't, like, somehow Statham doesn't have a parachute.
He also has the baby.
He has the baby, but in my opinion, it's like, where is your fucking parachute? Like, you flew in on the thing, you have like parachute-looking gear on. It was just like ridiculous, the idea that he doesn't have a parachute on. Because what was his exit plan? Whatever.
Land the plane.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. It was kind of like, what? You came in so special forces, like...
He's so special forces, he doesn't need a shoot.
I guess.
His first plan doesn't fail.
I thought for a second he was going to do like the Point Break thing and jump out with the baby and get
I
her.
thought so too. The movie was so ridiculous. That was in the realm of possible. Like he was gonna close the hood. That doesn't cover the whole baby. It's just like a 60% pie. But I thought he was gonna close that because it's gonna get drafted.
And goes down. But she just gets away.
That's it?
She flies away and then she's gone.
Fast
And
nine.
then they like the next scene is them in New York or like some like nice flat apartment, and there's a scene where like Ludacris and Rome are like hitting on the chick. Who's hot, by the way? It's
It's the translator from Game of Thrones.
yeah, well, Game of Thrones. Yeah,
Not Melisandre.
Missandei. Yeah,
There
she's
you
in
go.
it. She's hot, dude. She's in it. She's the tech girl. And I guess this must be an ongoing thing from 7, but this must be an ongoing thing for 7. But they both of them like want to bang her basically. And he's like, they're like, oh, who do you want to bang? Is basically what they say. And she's like, what's my last name? Like, oh, we don't know. She's like, well, when you find that out, that's who gets to bang me. Basically, and she just walks off. And I was like, well, okay, if you haven't seen 7, this made no sense.
Tyrese and Luda are the ones that want to bang her.
Yeah.
And Luda's like, oh, it doesn't matter what your last name is. It's gonna be Parker. His last name. That doesn't work, but I thought it was smooth.
That's smooth.
And then they have like they have the classic dinner scene. From like,
They're barbecuing on this.
They're barbecuing on the roof.
nice
So then
New York roof.
they all sit down as a family. And The Rock has a kid, and The Rock's kid. Oh, this makes no sense to me either. So nobody, which is Kurt Russell, shows back up and says, "Hey, Rock, you're reinstated. Here's your gun. Here's your badge." And The Rock's like, "You know what?" He looks at his kid like, "You know what? I think I'm gonna be a dad now." And I keep thinking, I'm like, you're gonna be in Fast 9. Just take the badge and the gun. You're gonna be working for this fuck anyways. Doesn't take it. Whatever, right? Sits down. They all sit down.
She's
and then,
kidnapped in Fast 9. Called it.
Yeah.
On the moon mission.
He goes,
So then Dom's talking to Letty, and she's like, he's like, I got a kid. She's like, that's great. Whatever, I cheated on me. I thought you were dead. Thought you were dead. I wasn't. You knew that. Whatever. Blah 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 blah.
He didn't know she wasn't dead.
It's like whatever. It's so none of it really matters.
He killed.
I'm glad they didn't do like some mad scene because he wouldn't have gave a shit. I'm glad they just was like, yeah, we're good. And in the very beginning of the movie too, she was talking about like we should have a kid. It was like so stupid. So then now they have.
What she said.
So now they have a kid. Well, yeah.
She said you would be a good father, but
so good.
You should be a good father, but why haven't we talked about having kids? It's basically said, hey, I would like to have a kid with you. That's what she's saying.
yeah, I think she was thinking of adopting like a street urchin.
Yeah, sure. Well, so now she's adopted.
She's
now
adopted one.
now-
She went and got one.
So whatever. So they have the kid.
First memories are just.
So she's talking with the kid, and then she goes, "Don't worry, he'll be here soon." And then Statham comes walking in, kind of with like normal clothes, like he's just part of the crew now, and he has the baby, and they do a handshake thing, like fuck on, right? So they shake hands,
Fuck on.
and it's kind of like he's part of the crew, but he's not. We're not quite ready for you to be here for the barbecue. Actually, does he stay for the barbecue?
He stays for the barbecue.
Oh, fuck me.
No,
They almost
they
did.
do the fast forward thing where he asks Dom, he's like, how'd you know I'd do it? And Dom's like, I could tell the character of a man by the fact he killed my best Japanese friend.
I know he was like, yes, I saw that look in your eye when you were trying to get revenge for your brother. You're all about family, I'm all about that family. So he is at the barbecue. I thought he left.
Did he?
I think he is at the barbecue. I think I remember him
he's
laughing
there,
at the barbecue, like barbecue.
Yeah, because him and like The Rock have like another like jab at each other, I think.
Yeah, they do. Jab and jab. So then they sit down. They're all gonna eat the chicken, and then Dom has the kid. It's the big reveal. Like, oh, what's the kid's name? You want to meet everybody? He's like, yep. And what's the name? He goes, the kid's name is Brian. And then it ends.
That was exhausting.
But Brian's still.
That was very high octane.
Brian's still out there though.
Yeah, that's the point we're talking about. I think after, or was it you and me? I don't know. I kept thinking like, why they should just named him like Paul. More of like an homage to Paul Walker, less of an homage to Brian because Brian's still alive out there.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I think somebody said like to me was like, oh well, yeah, but like nobody like Paul wouldn't have made sense for the movie, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
It
The movie doesn't make sense.
It doesn't fucking matter. People seeing the movie, anybody seeing Fast 8 knows who Paul Walker and he died. You know what I mean? So it's like you didn't need because there's no continuity in those movies anyway. So like I actually thought Paul would have made more sense.
Yeah, that would have been.
It would have been more of an homage. I mean, it's an homage to his character, but it was more of an homage to him. Would have been kind of nice.
Yeah, it'd be weird, like in their world, if like Brian were to show up, it'd just be like,
It's Brian.
you named your kid after me?
Like, boy, I named my kid Jack.
I didn't know we were that close.
I'm just begging your sister.
That was like a 1 through 4 thing. I'm more.
Guess we can't name our kid Brian now.
So
I thought it would have been because Brian is alive, right?
Yeah.
I thought it would have just been good if it was like a Dominic Jr. Like just Junior it.
Yeah, I like the Paul thing.
Well, Paul, well, if you have to do the, but I mean, you made enough Buster references through the movie.
Or Buster.
I want to get this out here real quick for anybody listening. That was spoiler deep.
Just in case. Their barbecues make me want to have a barbecue more than anything else in the world.
They have good barbecues.
They always do barbecues. It always seems like the best family barbecue.
I grilled chicken after we watched one.
That seems like the best fucking thing ever. I want to go barbecue right now.
Yeah, well, that whole thing took 53 minutes.
That's a shame. Sorry.
I tried to stop it earlier. Like I'm in.
Took how much? How much time did it take?
We're at 53?
53 minutes.
54 minutes
fine.
now?
It's fine. The trailer.
But
Oh,
the trailers are short.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the movie. 53
Oh, because
minutes. I'm like halfway here now.
I was like, I tried to cut this thing off early, and you were like, looked at me like, I'm invested, baby. And I was like, oh, all right.
Well, I had to know. I was like,
like,
well, why is Dom like the way he is? Like, why is he
like, he's
robot
invested,
Dom?
baby. So with we basically have another 8 minutes. So
So the damn steak is out.
I was in there. Didn't I chime
He was in there.
I liked it. That's
okay.
exactly... His review is exactly how my brain was going the whole time. It was like, what is going on? I don't care. It's Fast and Furious 8. like you make certain allowances, like when it's like Fast and Furious 8,
Right.
and because like I've said, I go into movies now worried about what you guys are gonna think. I'm like, can I I'm gonna like it no matter what. I'm gonna be like, fuck you guys, but like I don't want to have to hate you guys. And so when he was like, whatever, I was like, yes, that's what I needed.
Well, because it's like you have to know going in. I mean,
it's like-
from the trailer I knew, but it was still like, wow, it is so crazy. Especially if you just think about one, and then you watch it like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it is not. There's this literally. It's like just because there's like similar actors in it is the only thing, and they drive cars, but it's like so not the same.
Yeah.
Nowhere near. It's gotten so. It's one of the most ridiculous movies I've seen.
The fact that it's so ridiculous is what is kind of making me want to see it now. Before I used to be like, oh, what the fuck is going on? It looks so stupid. Now I'm kind of like, I want it to get more ridiculous.
They don't try at any time to ground the movie. It's never grounded.
No, it
is
always going up.
It's always going up, and it's just okay. I mean, I even forgot about parts now. Like, there's a whole thing where they like in the ridiculous New York scene, they like somehow because a lot of cars now have chips in them.
The robot zombie cars.
Oh, yeah.
So they're able to hack into the cars.
And they fly all
The whole
over
time during that
it's
scene,
worse than that.
you're like, they don't need Dom. They don't need Dom.
Don't need Dom.
They don't need drivers anymore. She's just
And there's just cars.
1,000 cars.
Every
in the
car in
vicinity.
the city is controllable. There's a whole part where it looks like World War Z, like where all the zombies are stacked up. There's this car part where there's like all the cars just like, and it stacks on one car to stop the guy. Like they're trying to get like this. I don't know. The guy
They're trying to get the nuclear codes.
nuclear codes. Back to the nuclear codes. Which again, it was like, so this guy is the only guy in the state that has a car that's not controllable. Because if his car would have been controllable, they just could have grabbed him and drove him to where they needed him to be. But they smash him with like thousands of cars. And then Dom comes up with like a chainsaw and a mask. Because
Very Army of Two.
Yeah, like he needed the mask. Like, oh, who's the mask? It actually reminded me like, when it happened, he like walked in, he kind of looked like Winter Soldier. I was like, what is this, like a Winter Soldier reveal? He like takes it off and it's Dom. Like, oh, I thought it was going to be the Winter Soldier. You know, and he like chainsaws through and it's...
Why wear the mask if you take it off? That's what I gotta say.
Well, the guy was out of bullets.
I think he was supposed to do it. I think he was wearing the mask when he was
Bulletproof
chainsawing.
mask?
I think it was actually supposed to block his eyes.
It was stupid.
And that's Fast 8, huh?
That's
I'm
Fast 8.
probably gonna go see it now. But did Justin-
Well, thanks, guys.
I think we just saw it.
So next up,
Let's just bitch about Dark Phoenix again.
Yeah, that was
fuck the other trailers.
How about this? Star Wars trailer? Dick Hard, yes?
Oh, Dick Hard, yes.
Star Wars
Dick
trailer?
Hard, yes.
Yeah, Dick Hard, yes.
Star Wars trailer?
Oh, that is hard.
Star Wars trailer?
Yes. It's not Dick Hard, but that's good.
I like the trailer. I don't know if my dick's hard, but I mean, it's definitely...
Yeah, I'm not. Like,
I'm
not
looking forward.
There's blood flowing to it. There's blood flowing to it. I mean, you just
Things
see...
dip a little when you see Finn still in a coma. You're like,
I mean, for me, it was more like, yeah, okay, cool, that they've actually made it.
Right.
Like they have been filming. It's not just a ruse. But like you didn't really get anything from the trailer.
I like the lightsaber training in the open.
That was like the only kind of cool looking scene. I like that little scene of Ren for a second.
Definitely cool, but it's like what he said. It's kind of like, all right, we know she's there training with Luke.
Well, it was a teaser.
Yeah.
It teased.
Yeah, they don't show much, which I like. I
Right.
prefer
Which is
that.
good. I mean, I'm into it, but
Yeah,
I didn't
got
see
me
anything
in.
where I was just like, ah!
Yeah, it's not like the Han Solo and Chewbacca reveal
we're
on
home.
the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, which
it's
was
nothing
which
like
was
that.
the second trailer. So.
Right, which was the second. So maybe we'll get something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
So Thor trailer.
it didn't do much for me, but
Dick Hard, yes.
Dick Hard. Yes.
Ah, that's too bad.
Yeah, Dick Hard, yes. Especially after we decided it's a Marvel movie.
Right, yeah. You know.
Yes. It's here's the thing.
Whoa,
Like, I've learned not to get super hyped for trailers.
Yeah, I think,
Because-
it seems like Marvel trailers are safe.
Uh,
They get
It's
excited.
hyped, especially when it looks good.
it does look good. I'll give it. It looks good. In my opinion, looks good. Now you can see the pen.
That's what we do.
3D. You can feel the table pound as if you're actually standing.
Look, you're at the table with us. Bah, bah, bah. That's if it's even on.
The caps, but
oh god, if it wasn't on this whole time, that'd be a bummer because I feel like that'd be.
I think the lens would close. No,
dude, I'm not sure I hit record.
Don't say that.
That's such
you said you did. You said we were gonna have to edit it.
Oh, we're good.
Okay.
We are good.
There's a whole new edit now.
It's recording.
It has uh-oh. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I was like,
Battery's
this
not
is
gonna
where
last
my
much longer,
familiarity
What's
with
the battery
camera.
say?
Blinking.
Okay, get back.
Oh, that's about to go.
Blinking. Dark Phoenix, they all suck.
Dark Phoenix not looking for that. Give me Iceman. Give me Rogue. You know, something else.
Why are we supposed to care about the Dark Phoenix saga when they just did Logan and everyone's dead?
Everyone's dead.
Different timeline.
It's a different timeline.
It's a different timeline.
What does it matter though? It's like
It doesn't matter.
Okay, we've watched stuff where things have ended. And you watch
They're all
and you watch
different
prequels too.
Yeah, but anything they do is just they're just gonna suck and die. I don't know. It's different for me.
To me, it doesn't bother me.
For me, the only reason it bothers me is because I'm done. I'm done with that crew. I'm done with that X-Men crew.
fucking done. With
Like, and I feel like Hugh Jackman's done. Patrick Stewart's done. We're all people are done.
McAvoy's back.
Great.
I like it.
I'm just saying.
I like McAvoy. I like McAvoy. It sucks.
Is Fassbender back?
No clue. No rumors yet.
Wow.
You know,
They gotta
if
have
Fassbender's not back, then I'm out.
I'm out.
yeah, it was a bummer too because I didn't like him in the last one. And not that I didn't like him, but like Magneto didn't do anything in the last one. That was cool. Like the family part was I like the family scene, but the last movie was so bad, dude. It was so bad that I'm done. I'm done with that crew. Cool.
We need an X-Men.
Let's get it, and let's get an X-Men. Let's get a Marvel.
Yes.
Let's get a Marvel Cinematic Universe X-Men movie. I'm done with Fox having the rights to X-Men. We're done. I'm done. Fox I'm done with you having any rights to anything. Let's just give it all to Marvel. Let Marvel's starting to need these fucking people back because Infinity War's coming. After that, I think a lot of these guys are kind of done, and I'm sure the movies will keep being good, and I'll be into it. But it'd be great if they get these characters back, so I can get more good Marvel movies of characters I haven't seen. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't think there ever is going to be one, but I don't need Iron Man 4. I don't need a solo Iron Man movie again.
And we're done.
Video's done, but audio's still going, baby.
Yeah.
I don't need another solo Cap movie, and they haven't even done basically.
We don't need another solo.
And basically, they know that because they didn't do a solo Cap movie before. But I could do solo. I could do some solo movies of characters I don't know or haven't seen. I mean, I know.
You know what we need is a solo Moon Knight movie.
I'll take it.
There we go.
I'll take it. Moon Knight.
And Squirrel Girl.
You lost me at Squirrel Girl.
Nobody can back Squirrel Girl. And Squirrel Girl.
That would be really good though if Fox got or not Fox, if Marvel got all the rights back. So then the Avengers stories go, but then Marvel starts making good Fantastic Four X-Men world.
Yeah, that'd be fucking
it's a
awesome.
whole new
That'd be
thing.
awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that would be cool.
Be a wonderful
Fantastic
world.
Four.
So I would be okay with once Infinity War is just amazing and great, just shelving an awesome collection and.
It's weird that you don't like Fantastic Four. I feel like you are. Mr. Fantastic.
I do like the Fantastic Four, but I'm just so sick of their movies.
Yeah, but I mean,
they're rough.
We've never gotten a good one though. If Marvel got those rights, the movie would.
Can they do
I think they could, dude. If they had a cool Johnny Storm, cool Elastic, Mr. Fantastic,
Elastic
Fantastic.
perfect video, by the way, footage.
But X-Men.
Yeah, we should probably have an episode.
X-Men would, they need the rights back. Let's just get to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Thor. I mean, I'm in. I didn't really like the other Thors that much, but I'm into this one because it's different.
See, it's different.
Justice League trailer. No, and everybody's good night. See you in a fortnight.
Justice League trailer. Charles, go.
As a trailer, the Justice League movie looks good. If you just base it off the trailer, this looks cool, all the characters together, it's what you fighting action scenes, but you just know. You just
No,
know.
I agree 100%. That's what I'm saying. I'm just talking about the trailer.
It's the
It
reverse
was a good
Thor.
trailer.
It's the reverse
It's the
Thor. Thor was great, but I was like nervous because it was like, I don't want to get excited, but then it was like, oh, it's a fucking Marvel movie. Yeah. But the Justice League, because that's my guys, I was like, fuck yeah. Woo, look at that shit. Then I was like, oh, fuck. They're gonna fuck this up.
Zack Snyder
They're gonna fuck this up.
and Jeff Johns has nothing to do with it, and it's gonna be rough.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
But Wonder Woman seems cool.
Wonder Woman, yeah.
See ya.
The movie looks good. No, I
See ya.
the Wonder Woman trailers that I've been seeing, I actually think I don't look at that and being like, oh, it's gonna be a shit show and suck. I actually look at it and think, it's gonna be a good movie.
It's June something, right?
Yeah,
June or July. Yeah.
we're getting close to a good month here.
We're gonna be post Guardians, aren't we? Next fortnight.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to do maybe a night cast or something, or
Well, you're not going to be able to see it till Sunday. Right?
yeah. So
Yeah, you're not seeing it
So can we
till
do like a Sunday
Sunday.
night
I'll-
cast?
Sunday night
I'll
cast.
see it like Thursday.
May
Then.
not be around Sunday. I don't know. Maybe one of our.
Well, we'll discuss this.
Fortnite fool.
Thank you for joining the Fast 8 podcast. And,
Incoherent thoughts
and
for sure.
see you in a fortnight.
See you in a fortnight.